Hey, what's going on? It's Professor Eric Crujo, and it's Friday, so we're doing a collie video. We don't have any weaponry, so we're doing collie empty hand, and then we'll correlate it to the weaponry. But what I want to talk about was is just common positions. Like on Wednesday for BJJ, we covered like how to control the head, arm, and the spine. And there's a really common universal position that's in collie, it's in JKD, it's in Western boxing, it's in jiu-jitsu. It's pretty much in everything I've seen. Wrestling has it. And the idea is to have two hands in the center line. Okay? So how we demonstrate that is just what we call like cover and hit. So if Eric gives me a left hook, I'm just gonna cover and go here. So I can monitor the hand with it. It could go to the throat, it could be a punch to the face. And I like to use this where we wedge the bicep with the forearm and overreach to the tricep. In Wing Chun, they're going to use a position called Zhang Sao, which I didn't even move my forearm. It's the same exact spot. It's just thumb up. And that's, in boxing, we call that a wedge, and they'll hit right after too. So if we just go back and forth, he feeds me the left, I can go to the center, I can go to this hand. He feeds me the right, and notice I'm moving in because my upper arm needs to touch his upper arm. If I'm only touching the bicep tricep, yeah, see, he can punch me in the face. If I only touch the forearm, that's not going to be structurally sound enough. He's going to blow through it, especially if he's got a little bit of weight on me. Yeah. So I go forward, bicep, tricep, connect, and hit. Now here's the next piece. If he feeds the other arm, this should hit before this does. That's the idea. Okay. So I can't remember. Actually, I do remember. I did that double end bag video.
Yeah.
Punch, elbow, hack.
Sure.
So there's a principle in collie where the hand is followed by the elbow, which is followed by the hand. And we can employ that right here. So if you give me the hook on either side, touch elbow. See? And now the hack is going to be right here for the off balancing. So if he gives me the right side, touch elbow. Hack would be the forearm. And I'm just pressing it to be gentle, but it could be a heavy hit followed by a heavy hit. Now if we put collie into it, let's say I have some kind of tool. I got a Leatherman in one pocket, a tactical pen in the other. This is extremely sharp. It's the Benchmade pen, so I'm not going to hit my partner with it.
It's bad stuff.
But if he feeds, see now this could go into the bicep or tricep, or it could be the hook afterward. Or I could go more like Zhang Sao, and this could go into the neck here or the eye. So I could go head, 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 like that. If he feeds the other side, this would go to the center line. The elbow's still going to hit, and now the pen or tool is going to come back and go into the neck this way. It could go into the body, wherever it's going to be. Okay, now let's take it more in a context of the idea that he has a knife too. Excuse me, I'll walk off camera.
Oh, sure. There we go. So same wide stripe?
Yeah, so let's say you aim for my neck. Beautiful. Yeah, let me swing. So here, instead of going touch elbow to the center line, because if I do that, if I go here, this is going to be exposed. Yeah. So now the elbow is going to the arm, and I'm using that to affect the cross tap. But what I want you to see is the principle's the same.
Yep.
It's either cover and hit and follow up, cover and hit and follow up. And even from the outside, it feeds a backhand here. See, that structure is still the same. One hand in the center, one hand covering the peripheral this way.
Good stuff.
If we're going to do jiu-jitsu, think about how, like Eric's extremely good at this. He could cover and hit, and then enter with the elbow, and then come into the T position and take the underhook side here this way. So man, when I say this stuff crosses arts, it's like everything I've ever seen.
Well, this is a basic Thai snap elbow too, right?
Yeah, exactly. Thai boxing.
Yeah.
Thai boxing would maybe have it, might be the start of the clinch here, or it might be over here to affect the knee, either way, but this structure is extremely valuable. So I think the number one thing you have to work on, and Professor Eric's like awesome at it, is getting the weight and connection on the arm. You go ahead doing this, everyone. See, when he's here, there's no way I can reach his face. I can barely lift my arm. So you have to have a little confidence to drive forward. And it's really those positions. So go on this side, because you're taller than me. So if I'm out of position, he's got the longer arm. Can you touch my face? Easy. So the most important thing is this weight and having these two forearms touch.
I can't
So-
even pick up my left leg. Dad.
Yeah,
I
he's
can't even
good.
pick up my left
Can
leg.
you even clear your hand above my shoulder?
Nope.
No way. So you have to be able to do this with different body types as well. And it's just gonna buy you time. I use this, man, I'll be doing kickboxing sparring, cover and hit, and I'll enter. I'll be doing knife work, because sometimes you can't get the cross tab hand across. I'll go to cover and hit first, and then go to the cross tab.
Had it done to me.
Yeah, and I didn't even invent any of that. That's just all part of the curriculum. It's part of the material I'm supposed to have. So work on your cover and hit. If you don't have a partner right now, just work on a bag. As you're throwing combinations in the bag, every so often cover and hit. You're going to work a little bit less on the shielding arm, but you're trying to put substance into that like short lead side tool, whatever it is. It works beautiful for knifing, any kind of weaponry. You can even do it with a reverse grip with the stick. But yeah, it's just awesome stuff.
It is, man.
So the simple stuff is often the best. So look for commonalities among arts instead of all these disparaging differences. This is better than that. They're all good, you know, if they're out there.
And it's crazy because like just talking about like you see this in jiu-jitsu a lot too when people have that self-defense background. I can't. I've seen we've had black belts in there. I think I can remember 2 black belts that we had in here where I did a self-defense class. They had no idea
They were like,
how to hinge on a bicep.
The first seminar that we ever took with Hickson Gracie,
Yeah.
the first move he taught was this. First he started with like conversationally like just going to center.
Line.
Then he started covering the hook and entering to the T position.
Yeah.
And I see it from every art, every other subject too. Man.
Yeah.
In boxing, it happens all the time. Usually, some people are one-handed; it won't be simultaneous.
Just coming right.
Yeah, but I mean, the good guys are definitely using it that
Yeah.
way. So, yeah, if you guys have any other ideas on the cover and hit, let us know. It's Friday, so we'll do a little Kali Panatuki today. Thanks for watching and liking and subscribing. And the Warriors are out.
Where's up?